What's going on, guys? Today I want to do a quick review of the Ameritex waterproof dog bed cover. In this video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about this dog bed cover, including one thing I think you should know before buying. So guys, this is why I got the dog bed cover. Isn't it, Petunia? Isn't it? So the reason why we got this is because this dog right here loves to lay on the bed. She has her own bed, but it's obviously not as good as mom and dad's bed. So we put her on here pretty frequently. So guys, fun fact about this. So aside from being, it is waterproof and, it'll obviously keep fur off the bed, which is our main reason for getting it. Fun fact is that this dog right here, and most pugs, they have a really smelly butt. Let's just put it that way. They leak out of their butt. There's a gland that they have that needs to be squeezed and such, and we don't do it. But basically it smells like fish. It smells really bad. So after she soaked our comforter a few times, we said, you know what? We got to get something to protect it. And this thing does a great job, right? In terms of thickness, talking about this, so this is kind of like, almost like a moving blanket in terms of the thickness. It's definitely softer than a moving blanket. Moving blankets are really harsh, but that's what this reminded me of when we got it. It's a lot like I said, the thickness of a moving blanket. It's not really all that thick. It is pretty thin, but obviously that works for the dog. They don't really care. They'll lay on it. They get the comfort under it. They don't have a problem with it. The quality of the stitching is all good. It stays together. We've had it now for about a month and a half or so. And it's done a good job, obviously, staying together. She kind of, with her paws and stuff, will dig a little bit and stuff sometimes, but it hasn't had any issues with that at all. It is also reversible, which was a big thing. Because, unfortunately, sometimes you got to flip it or you want to try the other side, depending on the area. Now, we use it on our bed, like you see here, usually lower on the bed on this side. But we use it on the bed. But you can also use this on the couch, wherever you really need to use it. And this is the colors that we got with it. But, yeah, it's good overall. It is waterproof. The nicest thing is that butt smell, if you will. It's pretty gross, but like when she does it, there will be like a little bit of a puddle, if you will. Not huge, but just a little bit. So we basically, when we see that, we will usually get her off the bed, and then we will take it, and then we will wash it. And it really takes care of it. So that actually leads to another thing, 100% machine washable. That's a great thing for us because, I didn't want something that wasn't machine washable, obviously. Not to have, I just didn't want to deal with a lot of different stuff with it. Wanted to make it as easy as possible for caring for it. So yeah, it has definitely done what it needed to. So in terms of the thing to know about this, so I saw a lot of reviews, people saying, hey, this isn't waterproof, it isn't water resistant. Here's a spray bottle. Here's the comforter, okay? See how the water beat it up? There are some spots where it comes through, but generally speaking, the water beads up. And you can wipe it off. You can see here, it's a little bit wet on the surface, but obviously you can clean the water off, right? So I think one thing to know, the issue that we've had with this, when it kind of shows a little bit on the other side, is when the dog will basically, usually it just happens with her water after she drinks, but with her butt, whatever you want to call it, sometimes it leaks through a little bit. And I think the reason for that is if you leave the water sit here for a long time, it can actually leak through. Or if you leave a liquid on here a long time, it can actually leak through. So what I would say is the quicker you can get to any liquid that gets on here, the better. You just saw it beat up. It does beat up. You have to make sure that you follow the washing directions to make sure it continues to beat up. But yeah, it does work. It is, I would say, more water resistant than waterproof. But yeah, overall, good blanket. You just saw, this will dry in just a little bit of time. That's like the one spot that got a little bit more wet. Will dry in a little bit of time, won't be a problem. But just be aware that, yeah, if there is something that spills on a liquid that's on here, I don't think that you should leave it there for 24 hours. Let me put it that way, right? It's something that the sooner you can clean it up, the better. Kind of annoying, but at least it's better than just a blanket that it soaks into and then you have to throw away the blanket. So yeah, overall, we like it a lot. Hope that you enjoy it too if you decide to get it.